For here, we're going to answer this word problem. And remember, whenever you come across a word problem, it's always best to read it over at least a couple of times just to make sure you know what the scenario is requiring or asking for. And of course, we're going to construct a Venn diagram to help us answer this scenario here. So this one reads, as the secretary of your school's French club, you decide to bring bagels to the next meeting. To keep it simple, you decide to buy 3 flavors and ask the members to list the flavors they like. So let me just point out something right here. We have these 3 flavors right here. So that means that I'm probably going to have 3 interlocking subsets. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to draw out the 3 circles. I'm going to draw out the Venn diagram with the 3 interlocking circles. Here's one. There's the other. And of course, the last one. Then all of this is going to be encompassed in a rectangle that represents the universal set. Now, as I continue reading this, it says, suppose you came up with the following. So it says 19 members like Asiago cheese, which is this one right here. 14 members like pumpernickel. 18 members like garlic. So those are my 3 flavors. So those are going to be my 3 subsets. So maybe I'll label this one here as the Asiago cheese. This one will be the pumpernickel, and this one will be the garlic. So again, it says 19 members like Asiago cheese bagels, 14 members like pumpernickel bagels, 18 members like garlic bagels, 4 members like all 3 flavors, 8 members like pumpernickel bagels and garlic bagels, 10 members like Asiago cheese bagels and garlic bagels, and 5 members like Asiago cheese bagels and pumpernickel bagels. So now I have to go ahead and fill in this Venn diagram according to the number of members who like these flavors. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go right here in the center. That would mean members who like all 3 of the flavors. And it says right here, 4 members like all 3 flavors. So we're going to put in 4 right here. It doesn't look like there are any members that don't like no bagels, so there's nothing that's going to go out in the region 8 out here. So now I'm just going to find the intersection here. So here's the Asiago cheese and the pumpernickel right here. So I'm going to go through here and see where that's at. Here we have 5 members like Asiago cheese bagels and pumpernickel bagels. So here's the 5. Now 4 of them are already accounted for. So this is going to be 1. And if we look at it, there's our 5 members who like the Asiago cheese and the pumpernickel. We'll do the pumpernickel and the garlic bagels here. And it says right here, 8 members like pumpernickel bagels and garlic bagels. 4 of them are already accounted for. So I'm going to put 4 right here. And of course, there's our 8 that like pumpernickel and garlic. I continue going on. Let's look for any that have Asiago cheese and garlic. And it says right here, 10 members like Asiago cheese bagels and garlic bagels. So I'm going to put in 6 because 4 are already accounted for. And there's our 10 that like Asiago cheese and garlic. Now we go ahead and fill in what's remaining. And it says right up here, 19 members like Asiago cheese. But 6 and 4 and 1, that's 11, are already accounted for. So that means there's 8 that are left over up here. So there's our 19 members that like Asiago cheese. And we continue. Here's the pumpernickel. And it says 14 members like pumpernickel bagels. But 4, 4, and 1, that's 9, are already accounted for. So what's going to go here is 5. And there's our 14 members. And finally, for the garlic here, 18 members like garlic bagels. But we already have 6 and 4 and 4 that are already accounted for. So that's 14. So then 4 is going to go out here. So now that we have our Venn diagram that represents the scenario, we can now use it to help answer questions A and B. So A states, you want to make certain that everyone gets a flavor they like. What would be the minimum number of flavors of each bagel you should purchase? So for the Asiago cheese, I'm going to label this as A here. For the Asiago cheese, you should get at least 8. If you get less than that, then someone is not going to be happy. They won't be able to get their flavor. So I'm going to mark it as this. It's got to be greater than or equal to 8. Got to get at least 8. For the pumpernickel, you got to get at least 5. If you don't, then someone's not going to get that flavor that they like. So for the pumpernickel, it's got to be at least 5, greater than or equal to 5. And of course, for the garlic, you have to get at least 4, greater than or equal to 4. For B, it says if everyone gets one bagel they like, how many bagels should you purchase? Well, now all we have to do is add up each of the regions here. So if we add all these up, 8 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that comes out to be 32 bagels. So you'll have to purchase 32 bagels, with at least 8 of them being Asiago cheese, at least 5 of them being pumpernickel, and at least 4 of them being garlic.